Hey everyone, Melissa here. Welcome to my channel if you're new here, or welcome back if you've been with me before. This practice is coming to you from the beautiful lands of Nosara, Costa Rica. That's the backdrop, that's the jungle. So you're receiving the energy and the nourishment from the jungle here. This is a flow, stretch, and let go practice. It's a yin-yang practice, so we'll start the practice with a little bit more yang, more activity, and then we'll drop into postures closer to the ground, and we'll hold the postures for a little longer so we can really drop in, release tension, let go of density, and come to our deep resting point and just open up. And blocks might be really helpful for the practice, not necessary, but it's nice to bring the floor up to us. We will be in a Savasana where I'll guide us through a guided relaxation to take us deeper into the center of our being, into deep relaxation and restoration and nourishment. And then we'll close the practice together, just connecting into our heart, back to our intention and dedication. And so if you like the practice, give it a thumbs up to support. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. It means so much. And if you'd like to stay connected, I have my love letters, my email list. It's just me writing to you different inspirations and musings and offerings, and that's just down below. It's free, no spam. And I'm also leading a yoga retreat here for the women in Nosara, Costa Rica, and that's in February of 2026. The details and information for that are below, and don't hesitate to reach out if you have questions or if you want to connect. I would love to have you if that aligns. All right, get into something comfortable and let's get this practice, this yin-yang practice started. Let's begin today's practice in child's pose. So go ahead towards the back of your mat and have your toes touch, knees out wide. And bring your arms out in front of you, bring your forehead down towards the mat. And you can have your elbows bent, soften the shoulders. Let your hips fall heavy toward your heels, relax your belly. You can close down your eyes or just soften the gaze. And we'll invite in 2 deep cleansing breaths here together to land and arrive into the space on our mat. So exhale your breath through your nose. Inhale through your nose, let your belly, your ribs, your chest expand. And a big exhale out through the mouth, release, let it go. All the air goes out. And then we'll do that one more time. Nice big breath in, fill up completely, all the way up into the collarbones, expand the belly. And a nice big exhale out through the mouth, release, let it go. Just allow that to let you fall deeper into yourself. And you could start to shift the breath to be breathed in and out through the nose, through both nostrils. Just letting yourself land fully here on your mat. Anchoring into your breath and just feel your belly rise and fall here. Slowing down the mind, tethering the mind to the breath. And notice how, when you do that, that brings you right into the present moment, into your inner world, your inner landscape. Maybe here you'd like to set an intention for your practice, or a dedication to someone you love, or someone who may need some support. Maybe the intention is to be with yourself in this nourishing, present way. Maybe the intention is to stay present to the breath. Whatever it is, just allow it to be authentic and sincere to you. Just take a couple breaths to breathe into that intention, or perhaps dedication, into presence. As we continue to anchor into the breath, we'll start to warm up the body. So you'll start to extend the arms out long if they're not already lengthened out. You're going to lift your forehead off of the mat. And we're going to thread the right arm underneath the left. So right palm is up, right shoulder comes down, right ear comes down. Just using that right arm as leverage to push into the ground as you spiral your chest up towards the sky. Just getting that nice stretch in your shoulder, rooting down through the right sit bone. And then come back to center. Inhale, lengthen, find that lift. And as you exhale, thread, left arm comes through, left ear down. Push that left arm into the ground as you spiral that heart open. Breathing into the left shoulder, left sit bone rooted. And then come back to center. Inhale, find that length. As you exhale, you can place the forehead back down on the mat. You can relax your elbows and just give yourself a roll of your head. So you're rolling the forehead, your third eye, just from side to side, massaging the third eye center, and also inviting in a little stretch and opening in the neck, nice and gentle and easeful. You might get your hips a little sway as well. And come back to center. And we'll shift onto all fours, tabletop position. So your fingers are spread wide, wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We'll move through some cat-cows here. So on the inhale, we'll drop the belly, lift the gaze, shoulders out of the ears. And as you exhale, push the floor away, pull the belly in, round, 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 round. Twice more. Inhale, open up, breathe in. That's your front extension. As you exhale, push the floor away, pull the belly in, feel that stretch. Shoulder blades peel away, and we'll do that one more time. Inhale, open up. Exhale, round, pull the belly in. Come back to neutral, your hips stay stacked over the knees. Walk the hands forward into puppy pose. So forehead comes down, you can always slide a block under the forehead. Slight pull in of the belly, try to keep the tops of the feet down on the mat. As you push the palms down into the ground, glide the shoulders down and away. Breathe into the chest, the underarms, into the collarbones, into the back of the heart. And then walk the hands back underneath your shoulders to feel supported. And we'll come into the first down dog of the practice. So tuck the toes underneath, lift your knees and push up and back, downward facing dog. You can pedal it out here, however you like to open up your dog. Bend one knee, bend the other. Your sit bones are reaching up and back. Chest is reaching towards the tops of the thighs. Nice long spine. Maybe you want to dip your heels and your hips from side to side and get that nice lateral side stretch. All the while anchoring to your breath. And if you're moving around, just find some stillness here. On the next inhale, we're going to shift forward into high plank, hips, shoulders, head in one line, pubic bone curls in. And then on the exhale, you'll shift slightly forward, bend the elbows towards the back of the mat. And you can always bring your knees down and just slowly lower onto your belly as you exhale. Point your toes, give your shoulders a loop onto the back, elbows in. Inhale, gently lift to your cobra or baby cobra, chest open. And then as you exhale, pull the belly in, tuck the toes under, push up and back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in through your nose. And then exhale out through the mouth, release, let it go. You're going to inhale, lift your heels up nice and high, push your bum back. Then as you exhale, gently place the knees down onto the mat. We're going to extend the right leg out. Actually, we're going to do hip circles first. So we're going to make about 3 circles with the right hip in one direction. So keeping the hips steady and the torso steady, and you're just isolating the movement from the hip joint. And then you're going to shift your direction, go the other way. Keep pulling the belly in, push the floor away. Opening up that hip joint. And now we'll extend the right leg out to the right. And your heel, your right heel, disappears behind the toes and come to stand on the knee. So your right leg is extended, pubic bone curls in, reach your arms out to the sides, and we'll flow here. You're going to inhale, your left arm comes up and over towards that right extended leg. And then as you exhale, come back to stand. That's the flow. Inhale, left arm reaches up and over. Exhale, back to stand. And then again, inhale up and over. This time we stay for the exhale. So your right hand is not on the knee, you're just outside of it, above or below. The chest stays open, root down through your left knee, and there's this long arch through the left fingers, breathing into the left side body. Use your core to lift you back up. Inhale. As you exhale, the left hand comes down to the ground. Keep pulling the belly in. Shift your hips forward. Reach your right arm up towards the sky. And we're going to cactus that right arm and open up your chest, spiraling your heart towards the ceiling. Look up. Reach your arm back up overhead, and then place your hands back down and extend your right leg behind you. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, knee to nose, pull it in for a counter stretch. Inhale, extend the right leg behind you. Exhale, step your right foot through between the hands. Low lunge, reach your arms up overhead. Drop your right hip down, thumbs back in space, chest open, shoulders soft. Inhale here to prepare. As you exhale, cactus the arms, bend the elbows, pull that right hip back, show your heart. Inhale, extend the arms up. As you exhale, frame your right foot. You can take blocks under your hands here. It might be really nice for this little flow. Tuck your left toes underneath, power up your back leg. So your right hip pulls back, left toes forward. This will make your inner thighs work and magnetize. Inhale, chest is off the thighs, shoulders down and back. Lengthen. As you exhale, extend the right leg, modified pyramid. Fold over your right leg, and we'll flow like this. Inhale, bend the right knee, lift the chest. Exhale, modified pyramid. Extend the right leg, fold. We'll do that again. Inhale, bend the right knee. Exhale, shift it back. And last time, flow with your breath. Inhale, bend the right knee, open up. And exhale, shift it back. This time we'll hold here, but don't hold the breath. Keep pulling that right hip back as the spine elongates. Root down through your right big toe mound. Or maybe you want to flex the right foot. Okay, yogi's choice. Shoulders are soft, back leg engaged. Maintain length in the spine. All right, you're going to re-bend the right knee. Gently place the left knee down, blocks aside. Heel toe your right foot out to the right, arms on the inside, preparing for lizard. Left toes can be tucked or pointed, and you can stay on your hands, and this might be enough, keeping that lift in the chest, or you can come onto your elbows, or maybe elbows on blocks or on the ground. Okay, so yogi's choice. Maintaining some activity and awareness and aliveness through the legs as you sink your hips forward and the chest stays lifted, shoulders soft. Breathe into it. Okay, if you're on your forearms, just come back to your hands. We're going to prepare for a quad opener. You can always slide a block under your left hand if you know your quads are tight. You're going to take your right arm forward, up and around. So you're adding this twist. You're going to bend your left knee, grab a hold of the left foot. Your hips might shift back a little bit. Grab the foot if you can. If you can't, you just reach in that direction. And then from here, once you have the foot, maybe you can start to sink the hips forward as you spiral the chest open towards the sky. Breathe into your belly. Find ease and softness. If you have your foot, release the foot with care. Blocks aside, heel toe your right foot back to center. Frame your right foot. You're going to look forward. We're going to power up the back leg. And we're going to step into the right foot, standing split. Step into it. Left leg lifts. Extend both legs, hips closed. Inhale, lengthen the spine, halfway lift. As you exhale, lower the left leg beside the right. Forward fold, feet hip width distance apart. Give yourself a couple breaths here just to adjust into the forward fold. Saying hello to the hamstrings. And on your next inhale, halfway lift. Inhale, fingertips to your quads or your shins, shoulders back, long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Root down with your feet to rise. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Palms touch overhead, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a cycle of breath here. And hands into Tadasana, mountain pose. Palms face forward, shoulders back. Tailbone lengthens down, root down through your feet. Kneecaps lift. Energy reaching beyond your fingertips. Anchor into your breath, eyes along the horizon. Come back to your intention. And let's flow. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, a little bend in the knees and maybe keep the biceps by the ears. It's a way to strengthen the back, challenge the length. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, plant your palms, step back either to down dog or if you'd like to flow, you move through plank and the exhale will take you to your belly or chaturanga, halfway down. Inhale is cobra or upward facing. Engage the legs if you're in upward facing. And then exhale, tuck the toes under, shift up and back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in through your nose. And an exhale out through the mouth, let it go. Recenter. And on your next inhale, you're going to lift your heels up nice and high, reach your bum up and back, push down through your hands. As you exhale, gently place the knees down, tabletop. We'll do those hip circles on the left side. You're going to lift your left knee up and then start to make circles in one direction. Keep pulling the belly in. Hips are stable, torso stable, just isolating the movement from the hip joint. And then you're going to switch direction, go the other way. And then you're going to extend the left leg out to the side. So your heels are behind the toes and come to stand on your right knee. Pubic bone curls in and reach your arms out to the side. We're going to inhale and reach your right arm up and over to the left, so towards the extended leg. And then exhale, come back to stand. That's the flow here. Inhale, reach up to the left. Exhale, back to center. And again, inhale, reach up, nice and smooth. Come back to center, and we'll do it again. This time we'll hold. Right arm reaches up and over, and drop into your breath here. You're rooting down through that right knee. You're feeling this long line, this arch on the right side through to your right fingertips. Chest is open, shoulders are soft. And then with grace, we lift ourselves up and then take your right hand down to the ground, left arm up to the sky. You're going to bend your left elbow, cactus the arm as you bring your hips forward, open up your chest. And then re-extend the left arm. Come back with the hands down onto the mat. Inhale, lift and extend your left leg. As you exhale, bend the left knee, pull it in towards the nose. Pull in. Inhale, re-extend the left leg. As you exhale, step your left foot through between the hands, low lunge. Reach your arms up overhead, thumbs back in space, chest open, shoulders soft, drop the left hip down. Inhale here to prepare. As you exhale, bend the elbows, pull the left hip back as you show your heart, up and back. Inhale, extend the arms up. Exhale, frame your left foot, and again, blocks might be really helpful here. Tuck the right toes under, power up the back leg. We're going to flow here. So as you inhale, the chest lifts off the thighs, shoulders back. As you exhale, extend the left leg, hips go back, folding over the leg. Ride the wave of your breath. That's the flow. Inhale, left knee bends, chest lifts. Exhale, send it back. And again, inhale, left knee bends. Exhale, shift it back. Last time like that. Inhale, lift, bend the knee, open the chest. Exhale, shift it back. And then refine here. So your back leg is engaged, your left hip's pulling back as you ground down through that left big toe mound, or you flex the foot. The shoulders are soft and out of the ears. The spine is long. Breathe into your belly. You're going to re-bend the left knee and place your right knee down, blocks aside. You might need them for your lizard. You're going to heel toe your left foot out to the side, make space for your arms on the inside. Either hands on the ground, or maybe you come onto your forearms on blocks or on the ground. You decide how far you go. You want to meet your edge, your point of resistance, and then work with that. So you never want to force yourself into the shape. Just meet yourself where you're at, where you feel that point of like resistance, and then you drop and anchor into your breath and you find that softness. So we're hinging forward with the hips as we maintain a lift in the chest. Energetically, that left hip is back, right knee is forward. Soften the shoulders and anchor into your breath. Maybe you close down your eyes or eyes open, whatever helps you to shift more internally and be present to your experience. If you're on your forearms or elbows, just come back onto your hands. Maybe you keep a block under your right hand. We'll come into that quad opener. So your left arm's going to go forward, bring it up and around and back. And this might be where you are today. If you feel like you can grab the foot, bend the right knee, maybe your hips shift back to grab the foot. And then from there, maybe find and explore that sinking of the hips forward as you open up the chest towards the sky. Breathe into the belly, nice and easeful. If you have the foot, gently release it down. Heel toe your left foot back to center, frame your left foot. You want to tuck your right toes under, power of the back leg. We're preparing to step into the left foot, so you look forward as we're stepping forward. You're going to step and lift the right leg, point your right toes, hips are closed. You're finding that length, and lengthen your spine on your inhale, shoulders back. As you exhale, lower the right leg beside the left, feet hip width distance apart, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, cleanse. Exhale, forward fold. Root down with your feet to rise. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, palms touch overhead, look up. And exhale, hands to heart center. One cycle of breath here like this. And Tadasana, mountain pose, palms face forward, shoulders onto the back, eyes along the horizon. Come back to your intention. Come back to your breath. Just feel the prana and life force that's moving through you. Little bend in the knees here. Take your hands behind you, interlace the fingers. Shoulders loop onto the back, extend the knuckles and the elbows. Chest expansion. Inhale, breathe into your chest. As you exhale, we forward fold, keeping the hands interlaced. You can keep the knees bent here, chin in. Bend as much as you need to lengthen out the spine. If you feel like you can straighten them, then go ahead. Breathe into the belly. You can be still here in the center, or if you want to explore dipping the left shoulder down so you keep the right knee straight and the left knee bends, you can look up towards the sky. You can switch sides, back to center. Left leg is straight, right knee bends. Your right shoulder dips and you look under your left shoulder. And then back to center. With so much care, you're going to release your hands to your lower back first, and then to the ground. Malasana. Heel toe your feet out, heels in, toes out. Bend your knees so that they track in line with your toes. You can always sit on a block here for support. Palms touch. Press your forearms or your elbows, triceps into the inner legs. Pushing the palms, using that as leverage to lift the chest and drop the shoulders. You can stay center. If you want to add in a twist, your right arm presses into the inside of your right leg and the left arm opens up as you open up your wing. Breathe into your belly. And then you can just do a simple switch. Left arm to the inside of the left leg, right arm opens up, opening up your wing on this side. And then release. Take your hands to the ground, lift your bum back up, heel toe your feet back to hip width distance apart. On the inhale, we'll do a halfway lift, fingertips to shins or quads, long spine, shoulders back. Exhale, plant your palms, and we'll all step back to high plank. You can always place your knees down for support. You're going to shift slightly forward. On your exhale, we're going to lower to the belly. Bend your elbows toward the back of the mat, just building that strength, like everything touch the ground at the same time. Point your toes, head down. We're going to come into a chest and shoulder opener. So you're going to extend your left arm out to the side with your palm down and make sure your hands are in line with your shoulder blade. Your right hand is on the ground, your right elbow's bent. You're going to look to your right, so your left ear comes down, relax your head down. And then you're going to roll onto your left side, and this might be it. Or if you want, you can bend your right knee and place your right foot behind you for support. And then you decide how much weight you have on your right hand. That's your driver. So you can put less weight on the hand, that'll stretch and open up the left chest and shoulder more, or maybe you put more weight on the right hand to ease off. Make sure there's no sharp pain. If you want a little more and you want to play a little bit, you can bend your right knee and take your right fingertips, your right peace finger and thumb, to your right big toe and extend your right leg. Just different options here. Make it your own. Again, just find that softness and invite more ease here. You don't want to add more tension. Okay, if you have your foot or if your arm is up to the sky, just bring that right hand back down with lots of care and control, and slowly we come back to the belly. And we're going to switch to the other side, so you might want to shimmy over to your left a little bit if you have tight space around you. Take your right arm out, make sure your palm is down and in line with your right shoulder, left hand on the ground. Bring your right ear down so you're looking to your left. Roll over onto the right side, and your left hand is there for support. You can stay with the legs stacked, or maybe you bend the left knee and place the left foot behind your right leg. Maybe the left arm floats up to the sky. Maybe you take your thumb and peace finger around your big left toe and play around and kick the foot up. So yogi's choice, you decide where you want to be. Make sure your head is relaxed down on the mat. Then just drop into your breath. Notice where there's any areas where you might be unconsciously gripping and holding on for dear life. Just use your exhales to soften into the shape. Just allow yourself to receive this stretch in the chest and the shoulder. If you have your foot or if your arm is up to the sky, you can lower the left hand down. And then with so much care, we come back to center. Come back to the center of your mat if you're off to the side. Just let your hands come in towards the chest, elbows in, tuck your toes underneath. Elbows in, you're going to push up through table or through high plank. And exhale, shift up and back, downward facing dog. Let's come back to your center. Then we're going to move into pigeon. So you're going to inhale, sweep your right leg up, three-legged dog. As you exhale, your right knee comes to your right wrist, right ankle towards the left wrist. I'm just going to slide the left leg back and take a look back. Make sure your left hip is in line, your leg is in line with the hip. Hips are centered. Hands on either side. You're going to inhale, lift the chest. Enjoy that nice stretch here. And then as you exhale, you're going to fold forward. If you have blocks, you can use blocks to prop your forehead, or if you have extra cushions and stuff, and you can always slide under a block or a pillow underneath your right glute, or lay over a bolster. Or if you don't have any props, you can just stack your fists and put your forehead on your fists. Meet your point of resistance, that edge, and then work from there. That's your starting point. You can close down the eyes or soften the gaze. You can always take an exhaling breath out of the mouth if and whenever you feel like you need to move through density or let something go, move through discomfort. Relax your shoulders, relax the jaw, relax your fingers, and see if you can find the courage to move through density or discomfort or tension, tightness, rather than wishing for it to end or trying to go around it. Just see if you can breathe through it, relax into it, and see what's on the other side of that. Okay, so we'll start to prepare to come out. So if you have props in front of you, just move them aside and press up onto your hands. If you have something under your right glute, just move it aside. We're going to come into double stacked pigeon. So you're going to lean onto your right hip and you're going to swing your left leg in front of you. And the idea is to have your shins parallel to the top of the mat. Maybe cross-legged like this is perfect for you. Or you stack your left shin on top of the right, and it might look like this with some space or a lot of space, and you can always take a block or a cushion to fill the gap there. And if you feel like you're really rounded, you can always sit up on something as well to support. Okay, and in time, as we rest and move into the breath and go inward, the body will start to relax a little more, and then maybe you can, take the block away or put it on a lower setting. So you want to support yourself as you need here. You can either stay upright or you can start to fold any amount. So wherever you are, just have the orientation come from compassion. And soften the shoulders, relax the jaw. Let your body unfurl at its own pace. Maybe close down your eyes. Just drop into your breath. A great little technique that I love to do when moving through resistance, a way to calm the nervous system, is to do an exhaling breath with pursed lips like this. That really helps to tone everything down, and it invites in this release. You can try it. You can do that as much as you need. All right, if you're in a forward fold, you can start to lift your torso back up. Props aside. Take your hands behind you and start to unravel your legs. Take your feet out nice and wide, and then your windshield wiper your legs from side to side. Just bring in some circulation. We'll bring in an internal and external rotation, a little puffing up of the chest, nice counter stretch. Okay, we're going to make our way back into downward dog. So however you want to get there, you can cross your legs and come through, or take your legs over to the side and come back to your downward facing. You can pedal out your legs a few times here. Push down through the palms, sit bones reach up and back. We'll prepare for pigeon on the other side. So inhale, left leg's going to sweep up. As you exhale, left knee to left wrist, left ankle towards the right. Slide the right leg back, and then take a look, peek over your shoulder to see then that your right leg's in line with your hip, that it's not off to the side. The hips are in the center. You're going to inhale, lift your chest up, enjoy that stretch. And then as you exhale, we fold either onto the forearms, stacking the fists, or maybe you're on a bolster or a couple blocks, maybe a pillow under your left glute to bring the floor up to you. Prop yourself as you need, make the adjustments. Meet your point of resistance, relax the shoulders. And then this is when you drop into your inner eyesight and you take that scan throughout the body. And you scan and you see where you might be holding or gripping. Then you just use the exhales to find that softness. You're bringing awareness to those areas in the body. And once you bring awareness to that space, it starts to shift and alchemize. So you relax the fingers and the jaw, relax the belly, the toes, the thighs. Use your exhales. Stay present with your experience. Okay, we'll start to prepare to come out of pigeon. So start to lift your chest up, remove your props to the side. take any props underneath from the hips. And we'll bring the left hip down and we'll swing the right leg forward, preparing for double stacked pigeon on the other side. So you bring your shins parallel to the top of the mat, and maybe you cross the legs, and that's perfect. Or you stack the right shin on top of the left. And then use your props to fill the gaps, to feel supported. And you can stay either upright or you can start to fold. Maybe you start upright, and this is a lot right here. You just breathe into it, soften into it. And then as the body starts to feel like it's safe, okay, we're safe, we're good, we can relax a little bit, then maybe you can start to explore a fold and maybe start removing some props. And it's not a goal, it's just we're staying present to the experience with no expectation. You're just meeting each moment as it arises. You exhale through it. You can relax the shoulders. Again, we take that scan. Relax the jaw, the belly. You don't want to go too far where you just can't breathe anymore, and then you just start adding tension in other places. Unconsciously, you kind of grip, kind of brace. We want to do the opposite of that. So you don't want to go too far. So you just meet yourself incrementally, then use the technique of the exhales to find the release. We'll start to prepare to lift the chest up if you're in a fold. And we'll props aside, take your hands behind you, start to unravel the legs, feet wide apart, and windshield wiper. Push into your hands, puff up the chest. Just give yourself a nice counter stretch here. Moving nice and slow. The next shape we'll move into is a seated wide-legged fold. So take your legs out wide. You can sit up on a prop again if you find that you're really rolling back. You want to have the torso stacked over your hips and the knees and toes facing up towards the sky. Rather than going forward down today, we're going to turn to each leg. So we'll start with the right leg. You're going to take your hands and frame your right leg, and the chest comes towards the leg, and it might not come exactly where the leg is, but in that direction. And then you find the lift, and then we start to lengthen, and from there is when we fold. Maybe you walk the hands slightly forward, and maybe you stay right here. Maybe you have the capacity to fold a little more. Maybe you can reach for the foot and fold all the way. Maybe you bring some blocks. So you can get creative to support yourself. Maybe you stack some blocks and rest your forehead. Okay. So you find your edge, and again, that same template. Drop into your inner eyesight, scan, relax the shoulders, the elbows, the fingers, relax the belly. Okay, we'll start to find the lift. Walk your hands back toward you, come to center. And we'll do a switch to the other side. So you're going to frame your left leg, chest towards, heart towards the left leg. And then you find the lift first. So you lengthen as much as you can, imprinting your groin towards the mat. And you might just stay right here. It's perfect. Maybe you feel more open and you can fold and grabbing onto the foot. Or maybe you stack some blocks. Folding towards the left leg. Take that scan, find softness throughout the whole body, relaxing the shoulders and the elbows, soften the belly. Start to lift yourself up, back to center. And give yourself a little fold, just for a few breaths in the center. And then lift your chest back up. Blocks aside. You're going to close the legs. And extend your legs out in front of you and just give yourself a little bounce, a little bouncing of the knees, and a little tap, placement, patting with the hands up and down the legs. Just bring that circulation back. And then we're going to place the hands behind us, but have the fingers face your body. You're going to bend your knees, plant your feet on the mat. You're going to come into reverse table. You're going to lift your hips up, push into your thumb and pointer finger, open the chest, lift the hips, engage the glutes. And then lower the hips back down and extend the legs out. We're going to reach the arms up overhead, lengthen the spine, inhale. As you exhale, we're going to find a fold. And you can grab a hold of the feet. If you can't reach the feet, you're going to bend the knees. Just relax the chin down as you fold here into the belly. So you're maintaining some length in the spine. Relax the shoulders. We're not going to be here for too long, just a few more breaths. Okay, now we're going to lift the chest back up. We're going to do a little variation here. You're going to keep the left leg extended and bend the right knee. Take your left hand and have your thumb pointing down. Flex the right foot. Lift your foot off the mat and take that left hand with the thumb pointing down and grab the outside of the right foot. And then, so you might be rounding like me, then you're going to lift your chest up and kick your foot into your hand. You're going to use that as leverage to find that lift and twist to your right. Your right arm extends out. Either look out or look to your right hand. Kicking your foot into the hand as you find that lift, use that as leverage. Breathe into the belly. All right, release. Let's do a simple switch to the other side. Just come back to center, readjust. You're going to bend the left knee. Now your right hand extends out, thumb pointing down. Flex your left foot and then grab a hold of the outside of the left foot. And then, so you might be rounding, you're going to kick your foot into your hand, use that as leverage. Chest open and bright, twisting to the left, left arm out to the side, or back and look out, or back. Kicking the foot into the hand. Breathe into the belly, relax the shoulders. All right, and then we come back to center, place the foot down, and bend your knees. We're in the center now. Scoot yourself forward enough so that there's space behind you. We're gonna roll back. So come onto your back and bring the soles of your feet together with your knees open. Supta Baddha Konasana. You can always use your blocks if you have them or pillows and place them underneath the backs of your legs for support. You're gonna bring one hand to your belly, one hand to the heart. Close down your eyes or soften the gaze. Let yourself land here on the back, being supported by the ground beneath you. And just feeling your belly and your chest rise and fall as you breathe. Actively letting love flow through the palms of your hands as you receive. When you inhale, that's the embrace. The exhale is spaciousness. And take your hands just to the outsides of the thighs and gently close the legs, assisting the legs to close. We'll come into an eagle twist. If you prefer a different twist, feel free to go into that. So you cross your right leg completely over the left. You're going to lift your hips up and scooch them over to the right, and then release your legs down to the left. Left hand grabs a hold of the right thigh. Right arm opens up, palm is open. Externally rotate the shoulder. Either look straight ahead or look to your right hand. And if this is too much on your lower back, just uncross the legs. You close down your eyes, receiving this twist, feeling that expansion across your heart, chest, the arms, fingers. Belly is soft. Okay, with lots of care, we come back to center. You're going to uncross the legs, shift the hips so that they're level and even again. Same twist you did on the first side, do it on the next side. So you're going to cross the left leg completely over the right, scooch your hips over to the left, and then drop your legs over to the right. Right hand can hold on to the left thigh, left arm opens up, feel that expansion. Relax that left shoulder down and just ease into it. Maybe close down your eyes, invite in that softness, and receive the balancing qualities of a twist. Okay, with so much care, we come back to center, nice and slowly, unraveling the legs. Lift your hips up and lower them back down so they're nice and even. And then we'll come into knees in towards the chest, Apanasana. Wrap your arms around your shins, give yourself a nice hug. Either stay down with your chest and head, or you can lift your head up Coming into a nice tiny seat. Maybe give a little kiss to your knees. Thank you, thank you. We'll come into Savasana. So extend your legs out long. If you have blocks or pillows, maybe you want to slide a couple underneath the backs of the thighs. Or if you have a bolster, you can put it underneath the backs of your knees. Support yourself as you need and get really comfortable, so you can pause the video to get your props, maybe a blanket. Palms are open. I always like to lift my chest up and then gently tuck the shoulders under and then relax the back down so the heart is nice and open. You can close down your eyes or just soften your gaze, letting go of any control or efforting of your breath. Your whole body is resting on the ground here. There's nothing left here for you to do, and there's nowhere else for you to be. But right here, in this moment, receiving your practice. I'm going to take you through a guided relaxation practice to go even deeper into yourself. And all you have to do is repeat after me silently, internally, and follow along internally to yourself. My toes, my ankles, and my shins are fully, fully relaxed. My knees, my thighs, my hips are fully and completely relaxed. My stomach, my chest, my shoulders are fully, fully relaxed. My arms, my wrists, my fingers are fully and completely relaxed. My throat, my jaw, my ears are fully and completely relaxed. My eyes and the space across my forehead fully, fully relaxed. My mind and my heart are fully and completely relaxed. And just allow yourself to fully rest and receive. And the more that you soften here, the deeper you are held and supported. And just allow yourself to rest in pure, spacious awareness. And I'll let you know when it's time to come back. Just notice what it feels like to be at home in the center of your multi-dimensional being. And know that this space of deep ease and calm and connectedness is always, always available to you. It is always there. It is your divine birthright. And you can slowly and gently begin your return by deepening your breath once again. Allowing your breath to gently stretch you from the inside out. Just starting to bring some movement back into your body. So moving your fingers, your wrists, your toes, your ankles. Maybe you move your head from side to side. Bring your arms up overhead for a nice big stretch, pointing your toes, reaching to opposite ends of the room, stirring your body back into wakefulness. Bring your knees in toward you once again. Give yourself a hug. Acknowledge your efforts. Thank yourself for showing up today and for nourishing yourself on this deep level, for filling up your own cup. Recognizing just how vital that is. And you can roll over to one side, your favorite side. Just pause there for a moment, taking a few deep breaths into your upper back, pausing in this in-between space. Tuning into gratitude for all of our resources in life. Tuning into gratitude for our bodies, our beautiful bodies that service to us, carrying us unconditionally through life. In your own time, in your own way, we'll meet in a seated position to close our practice together. You can find a comfortable seat. You can sit up on something. We won't be here for long. Sitting up nice and tall, just relax the shoulders, relax the elbows. You can close down your eyes, either hands down or up on your lap, thighs, whatever feels most resonant to you in this moment. Open is for more receptivity. Palms down is for more groundedness. Both are beautiful. Just feel into which one feels right. Close down your eyes or soften the gaze and just tune back in to the center of your being, back to your heart. Just nice, soft, sweet breaths here. Come back to your intention or perhaps dedication or just simply presence. Noticing the effects of practice. Noticing the connection to yourself in a deeper way. Noticing your sacred heart. And take one hand to your heart, the other hand on top of that hand, a slight bow in of the chin, and just notice how this gesture feels to you. Take a breath into your heart space. Exhale into your heart and have compassion and care and kindness towards your beautiful self. Giving thanks. And I thank you so much for your trust and for sharing your practice with me today. From my heart to yours, namaste.